One of the things I like to do pretty early on is to get that front window in. Really the biggest reason that I want to get that front window in is because I need the light. I don't like to turn the lights on and leave them on all the time. When it's nice out like it is today, I just can open that side of World Headquarters up. Here comes the light. So I'm at the point where I'm about to put a lot of the roof on, and the back end is still wide open and it faces this door. So I just, let Mother Nature provide the sunlight. But I've got this Gelasi from the customer. Great shape. I'm just going to polish it up a little bit. But I do want to get it test fitted and everything. So a couple of things that I do first off. Don't you like those cranks? I really like those. I think those are cool. All right. So, two measurements that I have to take before I can even go over the camper. Right here, where it's gonna go in. We don't wanna measure that. Man, that is literally liquid nail. What's wrong with you people? Well, it's not you. You'd never do that. All right. So, my up and down measurement is 18 and about 3/8. I bumped that up to 18 and a half just to give myself a little bit of room, but I'm gonna check it over here as well. Yeah, 18 and 3/8. I'm gonna bump it up to 18 and a half. I've got that eighth to work with. But now, we've already had this measurement because when we built the bottom of the front of the roof, we had to have where this was gonna sit. And then we had to measure up to here to put the next rafter in. So these rafters should already be at 18 and a half if I did my job right. All right, but we do need to have this measurement. A very important measurement. It's 28 and 7/8. 28 and 7/8. I'll bump that to 29. And that way we'll have an eighth to work with, which will not make a difference. So let's take this over to the front of the camper, and I'll show you what I did to get ready for the camper to accept this window. Obviously, I have already done the work, but I'm going to take you through it and show you how I measure things. What I want to do is I want to start with my outside measurements, which are 77. We already knew they were 77. The top one is 77 as well. So we have to find half of 77, which is 38 and a half. I didn't do that quick. I used a calculator, and I made a mark right here. This is halfway. This is right in the middle. Now, I know that we are 29, right? 28 and 7/8, we're calling it 29. Now, I can do one of two things. I can cut 29 in half and measure each side, or I can say that I know that 29 is 14 and a half. I did that one in my head. So I can put 14 and a half right on my middle mark, and then I can make a mark here at 0. Then I can come over here and make a mark at 29. I know it's exactly 29 now, and I know where the middle is. Now, this is in the middle out here, but remember, this is all potty closet. So this window is up against the potty closet. It looks off kilter on the inside, but that's just how they did it. It looks great on the outside. Anyway, so I've got my 29 right here, and I'm going to do the same thing up here. Then I'm going to put my carpenter square on there, make sure we're square. And so after I did that, I cut these at 18 and a half. I put them on this mark down here, that mark up there, tacked them in, did the same thing over there. Now, let's see, let's just check. I haven't checked the window yet. Let's do that. Well, it's not going to go in because we got all of this. Man, there is an inordinate amount. Oh, that was all off camera. Good camera work. There is an inordinate amount of this liquid nail on there. Ridiculous. So it's not going to fit over that, but we could check right here where there's a little lip. So I at least want to check it and make sure that before I go forward, I'm right where I need to be. All right, Yeah, we're only hitting liquid nail right now on that side. Yeah, we are right on. I dare say that that's as slick as it's been for me. Hey, even a blind dog finds a biscuit every now and then. That's a really nice biscuit right there. I like it. So that's how I measure that. And I'm going to really, I don't need to right now because it's not important when I'm not ready to install this window. But I'm going to clean that liquid nail off there because it irritates me. When people do bad work, it irritates me. I want to clean that little window up. I'll make this camper happy. And then, what am I going to do next? That's a great question. After this bumper, you'll find out. It's Tool Central here, and busy. Wanted to show you how that, even though that is center of the trailer, that window is, it still looks off center in the kitchen. There's all your work surface, and there's the potty closet. So, I guess it's just fine, but it drives me crazy sometimes because it's not centered underneath that, which would look silly on the outside. I get it, I know. But, as you can see, I'm trying to decide where to put my 12 volt and my electric. I've thought about down there, I've thought about over here. I even installed the AC and then the microwave. So, it's starting to come together. As we were talking about windows, there will be a Gelasi window right here in the back of the bed. And there'll be one on the other side, which I think is just one too many, but that's me. So there's the back window. I think if I took it to a glazer, we could get it fixed up, but it really was a leaker. And you got to replace all of this. Glass is probably okay, but you know, by the time you clean that up, and it was dented here. I don't know if you can see, but it kind of dips down right there. So, I don't know. Trailer doesn't like it. I don't like it either, so I dug this one out. It's really not much different. A little bit. This one is taller, but they're the same width. And this one has a crank out. So, you know, I'm not overly opposed to picture windows, but, you know, if they don't open, just let some light in. I don't want light in my bedroom anyway. You know, that's me, though. A lot of people are different, but some people want to see through the front window, through the back window, in case somebody's following them and they have to make a quick getaway. But maybe I can find one of those fancy handles that came with this one and change that out. So, oh, this is a kindred brother. Look at all this, you know what, on here. Gooped up. I'll get it cleaned up. Anyway, kind of wanted to show you where we stood with the windows. I have got to make some serious considerations on where I'm going to put the electric. You know, really, my only con for the electric here is that we got to use that, you know, number 10 wire all the way over to there. That stuff's so expensive. But, I mean, that's cool. You know, that's my biggest complaint. And then I'll have to run the wire down here and then over to here, up and out. And it's really not a long run, but that's the cons for over here is we've already got a microwave and a heavy AC. I don't want to add a 75-pound battery underneath it either. So those are the things that I'm considering. And I've really been sitting here contemplating where am I going to put the lights and the outlets? Because you don't need that many outlets in here. I mean, you can stretch your arms out and you're within 2 outlets anytime. I don't want to put it in here in the potty closet. It's tight quarters as it is. So anywhere I put it, you're going to bump your head on it, or you're going to bump your potty, you know, on it, you know, your porta potty. So I just kind of nixed that idea. I don't want to do that. So it's either going there Well, it's going there. And I've got to decide because I got to start running this electric.